Hi, and welcome to the Iolani Summer School Registration online tutorial. Let's start by going to a browser that you're comfortable with. We've noticed that Google Chrome seems to work and it's kind of almost optimized with the system. So here we are. Do note that you have to type in iolani.org. Some computers have cached our old website and you might not be taken to the most updated site. So iolani.org, at the top there's the tabs. Click on the Summer School tab and it'll take you to our homepage. If you don't see this image, you are at the wrong Summer School registration page. It actually is the old version. And then again, refresh your cache. Now our page includes all our important dates. We begin on June 10th and then July 19th. So all the pertinent dates as far as when summer school is, session 1 and session 2 are included. March 15th is our public registration opening. Any registrations that are filed prior to that are going to be put into a pile and we will register them at 7:30 or after 7:30 on March 15th. Scroll down, click here to register online for the summer programs, and it'll take you to a page. It will look like this. For those of you that have registered for summer school in the past and remember your parent web ID, as well as your password, you can go ahead and use that. If not, you can contact our office at 943-2262. If you're a new summer school parent, you can actually create a new account. Do read the instructions on the very top of this page, as it includes some pertinent information as far as registration goes. Again, I'm highlighting it. Create a new online account only if it's your first time registering for summer school. Anyhow, and there's how you'll do it. See all those pertinent fields. Now I'm going to type in my username and password since I already have one. And we'll see where we go from there. Step 1. Now this page is going to be something different than what you have. If you do not have an account, the red rectangle in the middle will be missing. Now again, the instructions for registration will continue. At the very top it does say do not click on the back button in your browser. It actually will refresh your screen and it'll actually erase any information that you've saved. Navigate it by going to the top right where there's that little house and the X. That's how you actually travel through this registration. The system will time you out in 30 minutes if you're inactive. And if you do have an old student and you've been in summer school before, the next screen that you will go to will have a drop-down menu where you can select a student, which would be your child. For those of you that don't have one, or if you did create a new user account, you will click here to register for summer programs. Again, this red rectangular box will not be there. You click here, it'll take you to this page. This is a student information sheet, which you can go ahead and fill out. Mine is already filled out because I set it up just so that we could do this tutorial. Pertinent required fields, I should say, are marked by an asterisk. So you can see name, as well as schools. For those of you that are not registering, there is a tab there for Iolani schools. It does need to be clicked for your registration to go through, so don't forget about going to that little drop-down menu as well as your U.S. citizenship. Here's primary parent information, and as you scroll down, all pertinent fields as far as our registration goes. The ones that have been giving people a little bit of trouble where they skip them and which the page won't let you move forward are consent and certifications. Do read them. In this case, there are drop-down boxes, yes and no. In this case, all yeses, straight down. For non-Hawaii residents, please do see the top, that portion that is pertinent to your cases as well as international students. For more information, you can even look at our PDF of our summer programs, which can be found at our homepage. At the bottom, that's your parent signature. You don't actually need to sign and come in. Your virtual signature is your name being typed in, and you can go ahead and date it. Save it if you plan to come back later, and that information will be saved. In this case, we're going to move forward. Do click on the next page, which will take you to the medical authorization form. Many people skip over this and go straight to the course registration without seeing this form, and so when they're asked to pay and submit, they're not able to. So do get to the medical registration form, and there are some areas where you do need to fill out small little answers like the words none, which notice I erased that on those last forms, and so the registration would say you cannot move forward, these issues in red need to be taken care of, and they're highlighted. In this case, this is medical conditions, etc., and I type in none. Again, virtual signature, date, and onwards we go to course registration. And so the page is going to load, and this is what your registration page would look like. There are different search options to go ahead and get your student, son and or daughter into a course. You can look and view by category, or course name, date range, time range, as well as grade level. And so you see the courses listed down below. You can scroll through again and take a look at them, note the different selections. You can select a course, or you can even go ahead and pick alternate. Notice I pressed select and it pops up. That's the course that I'd want to take. The status is pending because I haven't paid and submitted, and so I'm going to remove that right there. So that's how that function works. There is another tab called the alternate tab, which comes into play after you've selected your primary courses, means the ones you want first. There's also the course description, which you can open as well as collapse in case you forget what the course is about, as well as its length, if there's a final exam, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and select that course again, the 2D, 3D art experience, and let's see what the alternate class does. So Adventures in 2D Game Design, it's going to ask me which class do I want it to be the alternate for. In this case, my first choice was 2D, 3D art experience. I'm going to click on this button to let the computer know that 2D, 3D art experience is my first choice and that the 2D video game design class is my alternate. Note the W, and that will pop up to let me know that, hey, your alternate is at the same time slot. And yes, in my case, that's what I would want because I'm just planning on taking courses from 8 to 10. Note the tabs on the right side. You can change the order. Note that one just flipped and flopped, one went up and down. 2D art experience is now was my alternate, and now it's back to the top as my priority class. So I'm going to remove that. Let's see what some other options that you might run into. You might see the wait list when a class is full, and that means that you're not going to be able to register for it. You'll be put on a wait list. In this case, you will not have to submit any payment. Your name will go on a wait list, but if we do actually go ahead to register you, then it will say that there'll be a balance left on your account, since when you do fully register, you are asked to pay in full and submit in order to actually get your application into the system. Now, as far as the alternates go, once paid and submitted, you're not allowed to go back and change anything within your file. And so if you're planning on alternates, you must do it at the time that you register for your priority classes. If you do run into that problem, you hit pay submit, you send everything in, and oh, I want to take another class, give us a call, 943-2262, and let us know. So you can go see I paid and submitted, and here we are. It says payment is full as required, and there's our refund policies with dates included. And so I'm going to scroll down. Here's the information. You can go ahead and pay with your credit card, forward, pay by credit card, there it is. Click on the next button, put in the information, and you'll be able to register your child for Iolani Summer School.